Your core energies today, Gemini, are soul connection, guarded, and spark. What we see right here with soul connection and hope is something that you are thinking about, whether it is an actual person or something you're looking forward to, and you feel so connected to it. There is this ease when it comes to it. And you're really hoping that this is going to work out. You're hoping that everything is going to be aligned for this to blossom into what you know it can be. And we see right here that you're not afraid of putting in effort into this. You're not afraid to work hard for this to be what you know it can be. But at the same time, you're still wondering. There is still something, because we see hope, there's still something that it's not 100% clear, something that hasn't yet fully materialized. And so it's leaving room for some questions, for some doubts even. And we'll see what this is about when we unpack this energy. And in fact, in the middle of the core energies, we see guarded. We see guarded and commitment. It's as if someone is afraid to fully go for this, to fully say, yes, I'm going to fully commit to this and let go of every other option and just start relying on this, Someone here might see the potential for this soul connection, but at the same time, they are afraid to show the other person that they are committed to this, that they have given up every other option. I do sense that there is some sort of mind games played here, which are not coming from a place of manipulation. Please don't think that. That's not what I'm getting, at least so far. This is mostly getting from a place of feeling like once you give yourself to somebody, once you start trusting them, now your foundation depends on what they do as well. So releasing that control, it's something that either you or the other person at this moment in time are afraid to do, which could translate into seeming cold and distant sometimes, seeming confused where instead there is no confusion at all. And just overall a situation that it's not moving as fast as it should. But nevertheless, there is a lot going on here. Spark and differences. Look at this. These are two opposite cards, right? Sometimes it feels as though this is that soul connection. This is absolutely perfect and meant to be. Some other times instead, it feels like it's exactly what you should walk away from. There is this duality that comes from the fact that not everything is on the table as of now. How will this evolve? We'll see. But right now you're just stuck thinking, is this for real? Is this a real thing? Or is this just in my head? Am I actually seeing this? Or is this just a projection of what I want it to be? And regardless of the answer, you should already be very proud of you asking that question, because you're willing to really do the right thing. So not waste your own time, to not chase rainbows, and to invest only if it's worth the investment. So let's see if I can give you more answers than you have right now, okay? Let's start unpacking these energies and let's see what we have for you today. Oh. Okay. All right, so main energy for this reading, we have the Queen of Wands. And right off the bat, what we see here is a lot of passion, a lot of fire, but also a very nurturing type of energy. As if you want to take this thing and nurture it, make it grow. There is a very deep emotional connection to this. And it's making me wonder if you ever felt this way before. If you ever have experienced such a deep bond with somebody or with an opportunity, with a chance. The Queen of Wands is also telling you, hey, don't try too hard for this, okay? Never try too hard to make people like you in general. In fact, it doesn't matter if they like you or not. Be your best self and you will attract the best people for you. And related to this situation, this is telling you, I know that right now it feels like this is a once in a lifetime opportunity connection, and it might be, but you don't have to act like it is. You have to act like you are always at the top of your priorities, and that you have to act as though you know how amazing you are, period. And if you do that, the right answers, all the answers will come up on the surface and will allow you to make the decision that maybe you're not making yet. Underneath soul connection and hope, we have justice and page of wands. I keep seeing duality here because on one end, we have this page of wands, which talks about inspiration, fast movement, feeling excited, feeling fearless. Yes, I'm gonna go for this. This is amazing. This is exactly what I want. It's right there. Let me go grab it. You know, doing it like your life depends on it. So much passion. And you want to go with it. You don't want to fight it. You don't want to find reasons why this is not going to work out. But then see the duality. You get into a place of wanting to explore this further before you take any action. Consider all the consequences before saying a certain things or sending a certain message. And this analysis paralysis is causing stagnation. Whether it's you or the other person, honestly, this can go both ways, as you know. But we see right here that this is important for you to figure out. It's very important for you to figure out, Gemini, because if you don't find your own answer, you might miss out on something really beautiful. And we'll see how this is going to evolve in the future, okay? Now, guarded, commitment, the hangman, judgment. Honestly, right here we have something very similar with the hangman, because that is analysis paralysis. That is something that is making you want to stay there, safe, secure, without taking any risks, at least up to this point. And we see with judgment that you belong to this. You feel like that's my person, that's my opportunity, that's who I want to be, that's what I want to be. And so there's this awakening to this new opportunity or person, relationship, connection. And you're like, wow, I never ever felt that way. And it feels great, but it's so scary at the same time, isn't it? It's scary because when you find exactly what you're looking for, now you are afraid to not obtain it or to lose it, even after obtaining it. And so it's not an easy place to be in, but both these cards are talking about reflection, okay? Think about this situation. Try to not act from a place of fear, because otherwise you might regret the overall direction of the situation, okay? Also, look at it from a more practical point of view, in a sense that, do you have to struggle a lot with this person? Are you making the moves and then not making them back? Because if that's the case, yes, they could be going through all these fears, but It's also telling you that maybe this is not either the person or the right time. And if you think that way and you put a pause on this or show this other person that you're not just going to hang around for them until they finally make a decision, that action alone doesn't mean that this is not going to happen. It might actually trigger something on the other side. Someone who's going to figure out, holy crap, I'm going to lose my Gemini. I don't like that feeling. I don't like to think that that they're not an option for me anymore. And they awake, there is an awakening to what they really need to do. And there you go. Next, actions and everything that has to come afterwards. Okay. We have spark and differences, 9 of Wands and 5 of Wands. It's as if, you know, I know that card says differences, but to me, you're more similar than you think. And sometimes that can be difficult, you know? When you have the same fears and the same patterns, it's hard to balance them out. Because say that this person pulls back because they're fearful. Now you see them pulling back and you pull back as well because you now have your own fears. And so you keep pulling back until something breaks. And I do believe that something is going to break here. If the two of you will not figure out what to do next, something is going to break. I sense a tower moment, you know? And when that moment happens, then you will be left with only the truth. You'll see who this person really is. You'll see how far they're willing to go in order to not lose you, not lose this opportunity, and to really go for this 100% in, okay? So the main message today, Gemini, is there is something that you know is very special and something that can grow into a lifetime opportunity. It's not yet, but I definitely see the potential for it. It's very important for you to see yourself as worthy and to be willing, not doing it, but be willing to walk away if you need to. Don't show this people, this person, this offer, opportunity that you're willing to stick around even though it's not going the way that it's supposed to go. No, not like that. And as long as you have that confidence, then you're shaping up the following events to be what you want them to be, if that makes sense. So now let's get to part 2 of the reading, where we're going to look into the evolution of the situation in the future this time. We're also going to clarify some messages in order to see if we missed out on anything. And we're going to take a look at what you don't see coming, together with messages from your future self. If you want to watch part 2 of the reading, you can find the link down below in the description box. Also, don't forget that if you need a personal reading with me, I select every Monday morning and Wednesday morning people who have watched part 2 of the reading in order to offer them a 100% free, personal, live, 45-minute reading. You can find more details in the description box below. Now, stay tuned for the upcoming preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to part 2 of the reading, Gemini. What we're seeing right here as the bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the upcoming events is, look at this, the World, the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant. All these major arcana cards are absolutely telling you that you are on the verge of something major. You are on the verge of the major next chapter of your life, Gemini. This is it. This is when everything is going to change around you. Now, is it for free? Does it come in while you're just sitting on the couch? No, obviously. But we see how to get there. The Fool, taking a risk. Do something that you usually don't do. Are you the type of person that when you get fixated on something, you get a little bit obsessed and you're trying to analyze it and find a way to please it in a way, to do what it wants you to do so that it sticks around. If that's the case, change that. If that's the case, act like you don't need it. Act like it needs you. And that's going to be your game changer over here. That's going to be what will be fundamentally different in this situation, and what will actually take you to an outcome that maybe you haven't experienced yet in your life, or not recently at least. There is an alignment here. Being the right person in the right place at the right time. So here we see the right place and the right time. You have to be the right person. And by person, I mean having the right attitude, okay? The one that we just talked about. So before looking into the evolution of the situation in the future, let's clarify these messages and see if I missed out on anything that you should actually know about. Okay. Oh my God. This person, not to you, but to the cards, is so transparent. It's not even funny. It's so clear what they're doing it. And this is why I'm saying this. First of all, the two of